What is up, y'all? Welcome to the 10th episode of the Tiny Talk 615 podcast. My name is Jackson Weber. I appreciate y'all tuning in today. Talk a lot about the Titans depth chart, talk about the game preview versus the Denver Broncos, what I think is also going to happen as well. So the Titans got a pretty big test against the Denver Broncos. Brian Callahan did speak today to the media. Also, how do I feel about Denver? Because that is going to be a game that's going to be tough for a lot of fans to swallow. I know a lot of you guys are a little bit worried about it. Let's all break it all down. Welcome into the 10th episode. My name is Jackson Weber. If y'all didn't know me, appreciate y'all checking out the show wherever you're listening from, on Spotify or on YouTube. We made it to the 10th episode, man. What a freaking blessing. What a freaking opportunity. I'm so excited to be able to do this for you guys. And, every single week I'm getting better and I'm learning a little more. I'm getting used to it. I love making this for you guys. And, I'm not just saying that. I actually mean it. So very excited to do this for you guys. Excited for Cam Ward's NFL debut on Sunday. How do I think that's going to be? Callahan also did talk about that today. And definitely want to give my thoughts for the Tennessee Titans 2025 season. Let's kind of go right into it. All right, for the depth chart, and some things we do need to talk about. Cam Ward's obviously quarterback number one. No surprise about that. Earned the spot. We all knew when he got drafted. Quarterback number one, Tennessee. Brandon Allen will back him up. And you got Calvin Ridley, Tyler Lockett, and Elic Ayomanor. Those are your three receivers. Shout out to Elic Ayomanor for making it. And Callahan did say today, do you want to read this to you guys? He earned the right to be listed as a starter on the initial depth chart, along with veterans Ridley and Lockett. Consistency, he's shown up in practice, showed up in games. He's strong, he's fast. He's made the plays when the ball has come his way. There's a lot of receivers. Titans are counting on a lot of guys this year. Elic Ayomanor will be one of those guys to watch against the Denver Broncos on Sunday, the 7th, which we're exactly 3 days away when this podcast is coming out. So very excited about that as well. So again, huge. And I think he's earned this spot, like Callahan said. Elic Ayomanor is ready. And we'll see what happens because Calvin Ridley is going to get double teamed. Ridley's going to get double teamed. We have to see how that goes, right? So for the Tennessee Titans to have faith in Elic Ayomanor is going to be huge. I'm very excited for that one. Van Jefferson will also back him up as well. For the defensive side, Sebastian Joseph-Day will be at DN. And you got Devondre Sweat at nose tackle. Then you got Jeffrey Simmons. And then Arden Key starting over Olafemi Oladejo, which is not surprising. Probably got the UCLA. Then you got Cedric Gray. Congratulations, man. That's great. Guy who came last year, who got hurt during preseason, and now he's making the starting spot at linebacker. And he's earned it. And Callahan did say that he showed up when it was time to play football. Him and Williams both had a strong camp. Both of these guys are going to be really good beyond this season. They're both counting on both of these guys. Also, love to see that as well. Draymond Jones will be starting at the outside linebacker position next to Arden Key. Jarvis Brownlee, L'Jarius Sneed, and Roger McCary, the three corners. Then you got three backups with Darrell Baker Jr., Jalen Armour-Davis, and Samuel Warmack as well. Safety room looks like this. Monty Hooker would be the leading safety with Xavier Woods, Kevin Winston Jr., and you got Quandre Diggs as the backup. Also looking like that Mike Brown is also the fifth safety as well. So a lot of nice safeties in that room. That's a good safety room. Denard Wilson did talk about it. It's going to be interesting to see how they play it out. So it'll be interesting as well. We'll kind of see on Sunday how that plays out as well. Kicker Joyce Lai, obviously Johnny Hecker. Punt returner, senior DK, also will be the kick returner as well. I might trade off. Bryce Oliver is listed as the backup. Same with Julius Chestnut on the kick return. And Lockett is the backup on the punt return. So that's all from the Tennessee Titans depth chart that we do need to update you guys on. All right, so today in practice, Tennessee Titans practice today against the Denver Broncos. Initial report came out. The Tennessee Titans actually released their first initial injury report today after practice. And the only injury to be concerned right now is Dan Moore, the ankle injury, who he rolled it up against the Falcons. Falcons. So he should be all right. He should be fine. So we'll see what happens with that. Jarius Sneed was limited with his knee injury. He should be ready to go as well. Kevin Winston was limited as well. So expecting these guys to be full by Friday. Also, Dan Moore, we'll see how he progresses during the week, but he should be playing on Sunday as well. J.C. Latham's also taking a big step. Same with Javon Sweat. Both of those guys expect to be ready to go on Sunday per Brian Callahan. Also, they both confirmed it as well. They're both ready to get out there and ready to go. Now, Tennessee Titans are on the road, all right, for the first game of the season. This is not an easy game. This is going to be tough. I'm not talking about the Denver's offense. I'm talking about that Denver defense. Was one of the best in the league last year. Number 3 in scoring. Number 1 in sacks. It's going to be tough for the Tennessee Titans defense. They had 100 pressures on the quarterback alone. So, again, Nick Bolito with 13.5 sacks. Then you got Zach Allen in there as well. So, again, the Denver defense, the linebackers and the defensive line is going to look pretty scary as well. So, DJ Jones is there. John Franklin Myers. Jonathan Cooper had 10.5 sacks last year. Alex Singleton at the linebacker. And then you got Dre Greenlaw. And also you got Talanoga Hufanga, who's also going to be a big impact at the safety role. And you got Pat Surtain, Defensive Player of the Year last year. He'll be playing at the corner position, be facing against Calvin Ridley. So, again, Denver's got a good team. This team's expected to go far this year, 10, 12 wins this year. That's expected for Denver. And this team's not going to be easy, and they're going to put up a good fight against the Tennessee Titans. Look, Titans got there's a couple positions that's going to be, this whole offense is just new. Cam Ward, obviously the rookie, got a whole new receiver group. You got pretty much 2 of the offensive linemen are new, so you got pretty much almost everything on the offensive line new. Defense is somewhat new as well. So you got some nice little starters in there as well. And I'm very excited to see what Kevin Zeitler can do on the offensive line. He's a big piece as well. Excited to see what Tyler Lockett can do. Really, the sign before the NFL draft, and he signed with Cam Ward because we all knew that Cam was going to come here. Pretty much, we all knew around pretty much after the pro day in March when he was, pro day against Miami. We all knew that Cam was going to come to Tennessee, and that's when Tyler Lockett finally signed with the Titans. Love to see that as well. So again, the defensive side also has some new pieces as well. New linebacker Cody Barton and Draymond Jones. And you also got some new guys right behind them. So there's a lot to be excited for. A couple positions I do want to talk about. Again, offensive line, I just mentioned just a minute ago. This whole line, 3 out of these 5 guys are new spots, right? Like I said, JC's moving to right? I wouldn't call it new in the perspective. I would call it is going back to his roots. So rephrase that. J.C. Latham's going back to his original roots at right tackle. Good for him. I think he's most comfortable there. He didn't mind making the transition, but I think just him going back to his regular spots will be huge for him. Kevin Zeitler, a right guard, who we just signed for 1 year, $8 million in the offseason. He's going to be a pretty big addition as well. Then you got Dan Moore, the $84.5 million left tackle. It's going to be the biggest question on this line this year, I think, in a good way. I've heard a lot of good things about Dan Moore, and I think he's going to be protecting Cam Ward's blind side to give him a good advantage. So I've heard that's going to be the offensive line this year. Another position to keep an eye on is the receivers as well, especially with the 3 new guys, Elic Ayomanor, Seymour Deacon, and Bryce Oliver, if you want to call him technically new because he came up late in the practice squad last year. So that's also going to be interesting as well. The tight end room with Gunnar Helm, new spot as well. Gunnar Helm will be backing up Chig Okawanu for right now until if he gets hurt or anything happens in the season, Gunnar Helm would be in tight end number 1. So I think the Titans offensive line has a big test on Sunday. I think it's going to be really reliant on everybody on the line. Everybody's going to have to step up. It's not going to be easy games. A 3-win team, Tennessee Titans team versus a 10-win Denver Broncos team. And I'm very excited about this. I love this challenge. I like this challenge. And the money line right now is 7.5. I'm not really going to give a really big score prediction. But I think most of us know Denver's going to win. I'd be really happy if Titans get an upset. I'd be wrong. I'd come back on Sunday and be like, oh, I was wrong. But overall, what I want to see in this game is Cam being smart. Cam being a smart quarterback, being smart at the football, being smart on plays, making plays, go downfield. I want to see the offense get rhythm in the first drive. That would be really huge if we can see that in the first drive when Cam Ward goes out there. It might take a couple drives to see if they can get going. Would definitely love to see that as well. Protect the ball. Don't fumble the ball. Don't throw bad decisions like Levis did against Chicago. Yeah, that traumatized me too. But just be smart, man. Be a smart player. Be a smart quarterback. Play good football. And the guys around him need to play well for him as well. So that's another thing also to keep in mind about against Denver. Tennessee Titans defense got a pretty tough task against Bo Nix. The offensive line's good for Denver as well. Marvin Mims, Troy Franklin, Trent Sheffield Jr. Sr., and they just signed Cortland Sutton this offseason. Evan Ingram's going to be tough as well. So again, this Titans defense is going to have a big advantage on Sunday, but it all matters to see how we all do as a team together. So I'm very excited to actually talk about real football instead of talking about preseason football finally. But yeah, I'm very excited for Sunday. I think a lot of you guys should be too. Just make sure that Cam just is in the game. Whole team's in the game together. If you're, I mean, I don't care if we lose by 10 points as long as we make progress from start to the fourth quarter, from quarter one to quarter four. That's all really matters at this point. So I do want to ask you guys this week before we end the episode, because we're already at 10 and a half minutes, and this is pretty much how the game previews are going to be. Who is this player on both sides of the ball you're very excited for? And first, I'm excited for Elic Ayomanor. I'm obviously excited for Cam Moore. That's going to be a player everyone's going to be excited for. Elic Ayomanor, excited for taking that leap. I said this earlier, and he's going to be a big addition to the Tennessee Titans offense this season. And game one, he's going to have a pretty big task. I'm very excited to see what he can do as well. For the defensive side of the ball, I'm also very excited to see what Femi Oladejo can do, especially Cedric Gray. Those are my two ties for defense. Cedric Gray, especially him getting the starting spot next to Barton, he's learned a lot from him in training camp. He's taken on the leadership role Cody Barton has. And just to see Cedric Gray learn under him, that's going to be huge for the Tennessee Titans defense. So I'm excited for him. I'm excited for Femi Oladejo as well. And I think hopefully Sunday's a good game. I'm very excited to be back. I don't know. I'm watching the game at a watch party in downtown Nashville. And I'm not going to be drinking. Obviously, I'm going to be watching and studying. But very excited for this game. I think everybody's ready to go. I'm ready to go. I know you guys are ready to go. I know we're ready to kick off and get going. So, and Brian Callahan got asked this earlier in the week. They kind of worked really closely with Cam Ward. He's kind of turned up the music a lot. He's trying to get his confidence get going. So that way there's not many false starts. That's a couple things I want the Titans to clean up. The false starts, definitely number one. Big penalties, kind of add on number two. Careful of the penalties. Limit those as much as you can. Also, definitely number three, the biggest thing is on defense. Make stops on third down. That's the biggest thing I want to see in Tennessee Titans defense, especially the run defense to be better as well. All right, Denver Titans, Sunday, 3:05 p.m. Central Time here. I will be doing a post-game after. I'm going to be happy no matter what because I'm very excited football's back. I know you guys should be too. All right. End of the episode. Hope you all really enjoyed the game breakdown of week number one, Denver Broncos, Tennessee Titans. Watching your local station. And let's go. Tighten up, baby. See you all next week. Peace out.